Hi, and welcome to all. This is Karimullah from Tech Academic Circle. Today, we are diving into a tool that promises to tackle one of the biggest challenges in education: time. We're talking about Microsoft Copilot, an AI assistant built specifically for the classroom. And we're going to explore how it could totally change the way you teach. I mean, we can all relate to this, right? The endless to-do lists, the late night lesson planning, that mountain of data. It can be just overwhelming. But what if you had a smart assistant ready to handle all that heavy lifting? Freeing you up to focus on what actually matters: your students. That's the big idea we're exploring today. And that's exactly the process behind this technology. So let's go ahead and officially meet your new AI teaching assistant. So, what is it really? Well, Microsoft Copilot is an AI-powered assistant that lives right inside the Microsoft 365 apps you probably already use every single day. Word, Excel, PowerPoint, and Teams. And the key thing here is that it's not some separate program you have to go find. It's woven directly into your existing workflow. What's really interesting is the whole philosophy behind it. Microsoft doesn't just call it a tool, they frame it as a partner. And that simple shift in thinking is pretty powerful. It's designed to work right alongside you, helping out with tasks, just like a really helpful colleague would. Okay, that all sounds great in theory, but what does it actually look like in a classroom? Let's get into the good stuff and explore how Copilot can help with everything from the initial planning stages all the way to the final analysis. The best way to think of Copilot is like a digital teacher's toolkit. It can help you generate lesson plans, rip up new content, analyze student data, and even make collaboration smoother. It's really designed to touch nearly every part of an educator's job, automating the routine stuff so you can focus on the human stuff, the irreplaceable part of teaching. So, how do you unlock all this power? Well, it actually comes down to one simple thing: how you ask. The real key is using simple, clear, and really specific prompts. Let's look at a few examples of what I mean. Here's a perfect example right in Word. Imagine you need a lesson plan for tomorrow. Instead of starting at a blank page, you just give Copilot this direct command. And bam, in seconds, you got a structured outline, complete with learning objectives, activities, and even assessment ideas. What used to be an hour of planning is now done in literally a minute. Or how about this one for PowerPoint? Come on, we've all been there. You got a great set of notes, but turning them into an engaging presentation takes hours. With a prompt like this, Copilot takes your raw text and builds out a whole slide deck, and it even suggests relevant visuals to bring your lesson to life. And this one for Excel? This might be the biggest game changer of all. No more struggling with complicated formulas. You can just ask Copilot in plain English to analyze student grades, find trends, and pop the data into a chart. This completely transforms data from a chore into a source of immediate, useful insight. Okay, this all sounds incredibly powerful, I know, but it immediately brings up a huge question, especially education. What about student data? Is it safe? So let's dive into security. This is the big one, isn't it? It's the question that should be on every responsible educator's mind. When you're dealing with student information and confidential school documents, you have to be absolutely sure it's secure. So let's get right to it. Is it? The short answer is yes. A whole system is built with enterprise-grade security at its core. And here's the most crucial point: your data, your prompts, your documents, your student info, it never leaves your organization's secure Microsoft 365 bubble. It's also compliant with major standards like GDPR and FERPA, and your school's IT admins keep full control over who can access what. So, to sum up this really important section, the whole system is designed from the ground up to make sure your data stays protected. Privacy for you and for your students is absolutely a top priority. All right, so with the tool understood and security covered, how do you actually get the most out of it? Let's finish up with some key best practices for working smarter, not just harder. To really make Copilot your partner, just keep these three essential tips in mind. First, always review what the AI generates. It's an amazing tool, but it's not perfect. You're the expert. Second, remember it's a helper. It's there to supercharge your professional judgment, not replace it. And finally, experiment. Play around with it. The more you try different prompts, the better you'll get at telling it exactly what you need. And that really brings us to the most important question of all. As we wrap up, I just want you to think about this for a second. Once an AI like Copilot starts handling all those routine, time-consuming tasks, what does that free you up to do? What new projects could you start? Which students could you give more one-on-one time to? That right there is where the real possibilities begin.